We didn't draw the maps at Mar-a-Lago. We didn't draw the maps without any consideration of the Voting Rights Act. We didn't draw the maps in darkness. We did it in daylight, in a transparent way. And we're putting in front of the voters not only transparent maps, but a temporary solution to this crisis of Donald Trump's making, his willingness to rig the 2026 election. And so we're responding to that in the most democratic way, the first time ever, in closing, that the people themselves will decide for themselves the maps for redistricting. And that's why we are so grateful for the support that we have received from over 1 million individual contributors with Proposition 50.
Yeah, I mean, it's really incredible to see all the excitement, because it's interesting, because generally Democrats are against gerrymandering because it tends to be undemocratic, as Republicans are showing us. But this is, in this particular case, and this is why we're glad we're talking about this, because people need to hear this. This is about protecting democracy, not trying to steal seats. And I think that's why it was, a really smart move to put this to the people. And I think we're seeing the reaction from people that is like, no, we understand why we have to do this in this particular case. And I think it's treating voters like they actually understand what they're hearing, which is exactly right. So it's been really, really heartening to see so many people getting excited about this.
If they're successful in Texas, they've already redistricted 5. They're successful in Indiana, where the vice president had his second visit. If they're successful in North Carolina, which they appear they will be, they already were in redistricting in Missouri. Likely next will be Florida, and we'll see what happens in Ohio and Utah. And California votes no, and we lose this opportunity to push back and neutralize what happens in Texas, we may not have a country as we know it today. And I know that sounds ridiculous and almost bloviating, but I really believe that in my core.
I think the stakes are really different at this point. Like, I feel like we've spent so much time saying stuff like that, and people go, yeah. But we're reaching that point where it's like, no, this is actually becoming a thing. Because I'm one of those sort of yeah people.
Like the boy who cried wolf.
Right, exactly. But at this point, it's sort of like when they're putting functional changes into action like that, if we can't respond, we're screwed.